We are live,
Hello,
Cedric.
everyone.
All right.
Hello.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to quite possibly the conclusion of Star Wars Vergence. You guys made it this far. How you
Right.
doing?
Moderately okay.
If you had told me by
A
the end of
lot
this,
has happened.
Traumatized.
if you had told me by the end of this I was gonna be a goat man, I don't think I would have believed you.
You know, some of us have
Hey.
really weird days, Gio.
That was your choice, dude.
That was a choice.
You're not wrong.
So, last session was kind of a bookkeeping session. We kind of closed out a couple of chapters and figured out how you guys were going to address the council and add yourself, or at least one of you, to them. The council made a surprising decision due to petitioning from Krat and elected Zeta as one of their newest council members. They also elevated two other female Jedi. So now the council is fully sat, and as we go to the day of the siege, the date that you guys remember, the entire council is actually on Coruscant. They have been for a few days as they are fully fleshing out some of the war effort. And before we begin, Jules requested that we have a little bit of like simple council interaction. So we can have a little bit of a council session. This will be like maybe a day and a half before the actual siege begins. So Jules, was there any business you wanted to account for, or do you just want to have a little bit of like byplay between all of the different council members?
Yeah, just it happening. Nothing crazy.
All right.
Before all the crazy
So
happens.
yeah, problem.
Be
So
a council member.
I think actually one of the things that would happen would be kind of like the idea of the Padawan trials coming up and seeing who might want to actually be raised to knighthood and see what people you deem are ready for them. Zeta, this might be a little more difficult for you because I don't think you've spent much time at the temple,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't have as many personal relationships as, let's say, the Bith who has, and
The teacher person.
yeah. So there are going to be a couple of tough decisions for you, but you don't recognize many of the names that are coming up, and it's all kind of a blur. You hear a lot of talking, more talking than you think is ever necessary.
Hmm.
But I think at the end of that session, everyone kind of starts to stand up, to stretch, because they've been sitting in that ungodly chair for whoever knows how long. And is there any particular member you want to speak to, Jules?
Hmm. I'm not sure what I would talk to any of them about is the only problem.
Well, there are a couple of other new members of the council who may also want to discuss, hey, I've never been a council member before. What the fuck?
I get the feeling both of them are older than me, though.
They have a little bit more experience, but they aren't like one of them was a teacher and the other one is a, if I remember correctly, like a mechanically inclined person. So no, that was the Droll. The Droll has been on the council for a while. The two people we had were, we had a teacher and we had a healer. So we had a doctor and a healer who just got elevated to fucking politicians, and yeah, they're real happy about it.
Alright, I would go over to the teacher.
Mhm.
I can't remember
So
her
our
name
newest
or her.
Feline member,
Okay.
Ilana Shizor. So Master Shizor looks at you and says, Master Zeta,
Master Shizor. How are you doing?
oh, I find myself overwhelmed. This business of I am used to dealing with people, but I'm less used to dealing with them as an issue and more as actual people. And I don't enjoy the experience.
Yeah. So much debate. So
And
much
about people who
debate.
can't actually talk as if their future weren't at stake. It's very annoying.
Seriously. I don't know why we wouldn't just bring them in.
It seems I understand the time constraints, but it seems as a teacher, I want my classroom to be interacting with me, and yet now I am not dealing with a classroom. I'm dealing with an order of people who also have arrogance. And she looks over at the rest of the council members, and some of their heads up their butts.
I don't disagree.
It's good to have someone else to talk to about this. I find a bunch of them rather stuffy, including that Biff. He's more a librarian than anything. He's just like, how does he know everyone's name?
I don't know. I haven't
I
spent
have
enough
trouble
time on
remembering my
Coruscant.
students. How does he remember them better than I do?
I barely know anyone here, I feel like. Since I became a Padawan, I've basically not been here.
Well, maybe after the session, you and I and our newest member, she looks over at the Twi'lek healer who is making conversation with the Bith and Titus Andrus. Maybe we can all go for a drink and a death stick just to calm down after this.
That sounds fantastic. This is a lot.
I
I
think
go ahead.
I think after that, she will kind of make her way over to the other pockets that are emerging, the like little cliques that the council has, making her goodbyes before she goes back to her study, so she can go back to her students. But she does reach out for your comlink and put her personal code into it if you would like at some point in the future to go back and reach out for that drink.
Cool. I head toward Titus. Not so much to interject, just to stand there awkwardly.
Hmm. He makes eye contact with you and kind of jerks his head as like get in here if you not commanding but just like an invitation to like okay if you want to join the scrum you're more than welcome.
Brad is so proud. He's so proud.
I just kind of step in, but let them keep talking.
So the thing you hear mostly about is the discussions of the mental state of Jedi. The healer is actually looking particularly towards the Padawans as they're being raised in a wartime mentality where replacements are needed as quickly as possible. So she's more concerned about the mental health of those going through the system and also the quality of Jedi that are going to be produced because let's be realistic, you're trying to get warriors to the front line as fast as possible as opposed to peacekeepers who are trained in non-combative and peaceful solutions.
Hmm.
And Titus is looking very not upset, but he's just nodding calmly as like, how do we adjust? Because he is very much a warrior mindset, and you can see kind of the byplay in his brain of how do I stop being a warrior and return to being a peacekeeper after all of this?
Hmm.
And fucking Lance Reddick. But the Bith looks on and is like, I see no issue in trying to return to a peace mindset. The Jedi always have had a peace mindset.
If I may interject, we have always had a peace mindset, but some of these younglings and Padawans that are coming up now don't know the same situation and galactic. Ah, fuck words. galactic stage that we grew up in.
The Twi'lek, whose name I actually haven't come up with yet. I'm sorry. It'll come to me in the moment. Looks at Zeta and says, "This exactly. This is why we are fighting to end the war and to bring back the peace."
We will have a generation of Jedi that will have to be retaught.
In effect, but that is one of the reasons we have adopted Master Shizo. She is an excellent educator and someone who can easily bring a new insight to the council.
That is true.
I look forward to the day when this war is over, and then when we can make our way back to a peacekeeping role in the galaxy.
I hope that day is soon.
Titus speaks up for the first time. May that day come faster than ever. All right. Dismissed if need be, but if anyone wants to stay, I have a little business I must attend to. The Bith leaves, going back to his beloved archives. And the well, oh, I can't believe I'm gonna actually do this. Master Veo, because I can't resist a good fucking Star Wars reference, leaves as well. The Twi'lek.
Hello?
Hello?
Welcome back,
I sort
Ned.
of hear you.
I've been out for like a minute or two now.
Yeah.
That's okay. We could not hear you
I
for a
missed
minute,
some
and then you spoke up.
You're good, bro. It's still Zeta's scene.
Okay.
So, Zeta, if you want to talk to Titus alone, you can. Or if you would like to head out, that would be also a good time.
I think I would head to Titus for a minute.
He turns, almost as if he were expecting you. Master Ra.
What's his last name again?
Andrus. Titus
Thank you.
Andrus.
Master Andrus. I was wondering if I could ask you a quick question.
By all means.
Do we have any contingencies for attempted attacks on the temple or anything like that?
Oh. Yeah, several. I can't believe we actually forgot to talk to you about that. That should have been one of your first sessions, but I guess it's one of these, one of those things that kind of gets lost in the paperwork. And he literally will run down for you that there is a full contingency in which the temple is attacked, in which blast doors are drawn on pretty much everything, identifying markings are to be placed in the hallways, routes are to be followed, and which escape paths the council is to follow. There is an escape route directly from the council chamber to one of the spaceports. It is actually not advised to use the Jedi Temple landing pads to escape, as it is assumed that any attack on the temple will be from both ground level and from above in the air. So there is actually an escape plan that involves breaking into the crowd, the council splitting up, and finding their way into a specific landing chamber at the Coruscant spaceport. It is landing chamber 792, and you will be boarding the Falcon's Rest, which is a quote unquote a transport. Really, it's the council's getaway ship, and it be fast.
I said 792.
792. So there are contingency plans in place. And one of the things that might go through you is it's part of the paperwork on joining the council, but no one really because everyone's being elevated to the council so quickly, it kind of, as he stated, it kind of got lost in the shuffle. But it was something you were supposed to be made aware of. So he apologizes for that fact and is like,
Yeah, Goran usually handles those details, but I guess he's been digging himself further into his work, given that the war ain't going so hot.
Understandable. Is there a way I can get
Yeah.
a copy of this?
Yeah, and
he pulls up a data pad from within his robes and actually shoots you a digital copy of the contingency plans. It lays out the pathways that everyone is to follow. There is one primary contingency plan, but there are like several sub steps to the plan, and I will flesh them out as we go. I did kind of have this based out, but I don't want to know exactly what your guys' plan is. So you let me know what you need, and I'll let you know if it's feasible or we can make rolls for it, if that's okay with you guys.
Okay. And as we're looking over it, I ask, and does everyone who needs to know this know this? Heads of different areas, training areas, library, anything like that?
uh, as far as I'm aware, we've had a lot of turnover, unfortunately. So we've tried to reconnect with all those who are heading up the different departments, but if I'm being honest, it's probably about 60 to 75% cooperation, whereas it should be 100%. But it's war, and unfortunately, things are getting lost in the cracks. I'm trying to have Goran go around, but like I said, he's been kind of dropping his ball. I've been really hoping that Master Veo and Master Shizor can help us pick those up.
Would you like me to take this around?
If you want to play messenger, I would greatly appreciate it. I hate to say it, but I do also have a bunch on my plate. I know you've got some on yours as well.
Well, not as much yet.
All right. Well, I would greatly appreciate if you wanted to bring people into full compliance.
Absolutely. Best of luck with what you have to take care of.
Yeah. Gotta love the meetings with the council generals.
Ugh. Good luck.
If you thought I was hard-headed, you ain't met most of them.
I've met some of them, I think. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You went Valhunt at some point, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a joy, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's great.
Yeah, still pissed he survived Typhon.
Makes me miss one of my old friends. Told him off real good.
I wish I had the opportunity. In any case, best of luck to you, Master Ra.
And to you.
The Force be with you.
Every time I want to say, and also with you.
I have wanted to do that so many times, Julianne.
And also with you.
The typical canon response is, and may the force be with you.
I know.
Just
I like how
That's just where my brain goes for
I was about
some
to say,
reason, despite never being Catholic.
it doesn't. Oh yeah, no, I get.
Like I said,
Now-
it's in my head, and also with you. Oh fuck!
No.
Ironically, I feel like I've been the person who spent the most time in Catholic churches out of all of
Nope.
us.
No.
Nope.
Did you go to Catholic school?
Let's not go into that debate right now, for God's sakes.
No,
Don't
I
need to
I
bring
just
up the
sang
trauma.
it.
Catholic Church.
That ain't a discussion worth having. But
Not right now. That's
Now,
derailing.
Another response that is acceptable is "and with you." It's not "and also," but it's just "and with you," and then like a bow.
That's fair.
Imagine I said that.
The very informal setting. But yeah.
perfect. All right. Are there any scenes or bits we want to play out before things get real hairy?
I mean, the
And
only
not-
thing I would say, the only thing I would say of note with Ned is just he has been like working himself to the bone to make sure that everything is like as smooth as possible. And now that like today is the day, he is like working Twilly, he's working himself, he's working like everyone that he's been like doing the contingency plans for. He is making sure everything is running smoothly and checking his watch like every 5 minutes.
I love it. Yeah,
Like
Twilly is
Ned looks insane.
yeah. Twilly is very visibly disturbed by how unnerved you are, but she is she's trying to cope in her way, which you see her hands as she's working have these little fidgets, and it's almost like she can't talk to herself in the same way that most people can, but you see her hands make the signs for everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine in very subtle ways as she's working, almost as like a reassurance to herself, and she knows you can see it. So it's almost like she's trying to reassure you as well.
I leave her to it. I'm too busy. Yeah, sure, kid. But yeah, I definitely want to make sure that my plan is enacted with getting the younglings out of here to go on a fun field trip away from all this. As many as possible.
The contingency plan is put into an effect, and on the day of, you find that a sizable contingent, approximately 33% of all the younglings in the Coruscant Temple, are taken on this trip. You find out that it is not the top performers, but the people who are judged most capable of handling themselves without a master present, because most of these younglings do not have full like Padawan ships yet. So they are sent off with essentially this century's Professor Hu Yang on one of the large Jedi ships and sent off towards Tython on a quote-unquote field trip sponsored by Jedi Knight Voroshnidabak.
I mean, it could very well still be Hu Yang.
Yeah, hasn't he been around for like 25,000 years or something like that?
Yeah.
It could be
more
Hu
like
Yang.
Hugh Yang
2500.
was around during the Old Council, or during the Old Republic. That's his fucking ship. It would be the Crucible.
Yup.
During parts of the Old Republic. I don't think he's been around since 3000 BBY. I could be wrong.
I want Hugh Yang.
Either way, it don't matter. This is Cedric's lore. I'm not really too fussed.
Fair enough.
I just
Yeah.
love Hugh Yang.
Same.
I get it.
As long
Same.
as long as the younglings are safe, as long as they're safe, I don't give a fuck who's taking them. Just
Eh.
take them somewhere else.
The sanctuary ships and one of the quote-unquote minders. So I don't know how much deep lore you guys want to get into, but you know how the Jedi will accept people who are force sensitive but don't have the quote-unquote potential to become knights?
Yes.
Yeah, so those kinds of like side Jedi who are involved in other like the agricultural corps and the engineering corps, a couple of chaperones from those areas are brought in to supervise, as well as one of the like Hu Yang-esque droids that is going to be accompanying the sanctuary class ship.
And I think honestly, Ned respects those people with the same respect that he shows for every other Jedi that he encounters.
That's a very good way to look at it.
As not like Jedi Knight inclined as they do still devote their life to the temple, and that is just as admirable in any aspect. And I think that is Ned's viewpoint on all of it. So if anything, he'd be like, yes, fantastic. Get the fucking just send like a
support
sentinel
system?
or two in there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just send some kind of support system for them.
Yeah, they are sent off with a sentinel and a shadow just to make sure, because this is still wartime. So it's not like anyone highly regarded or like famous, but there's someone watching out for the kids. They're not sent out without an escort. Everyone's got blasters.
A couple people with lightsabers. The kids have some form of defense mechanism. This is still wartime.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any
Yeah,
other
that's the
business?
only real. That's the only thing I'm doing is just making sure that all of my plans are in effect in full force.
I do check in with General Goatface to hold on, let me delete this.
I forgot we had General Goatface.
Yeah, I give me a second.
You're totally fine.
Like I said, can I delete? There we go.
I also
So-
feel like just for never mind.
So after checking in with General Goatface on like how to patrol, where to patrol, what the objective is, and what I hope that their boys can do and stuff like that. And we don't need to roleplay that out. It's just one of those things like I just check to make sure that they know what's going on. I begin meditation, and I have my comms on, waiting for the news that it has begun.
That is absolutely appropriate. You get confirmation from Goatface, and surprisingly from Bud, that things are going well.
I mark Bud as special robot. I chuckle to myself, wondering if he'll ever know what that means, and I begin my meditation.
All right. So it sounds like most of the preparations have been met.
I have a silly
Are there
preparation.
are there any large or small bits that need to happen for you guys? Because I don't know your plan.
Thomas has a
Anywhere-
bit.
That's
Okay.
certainly true. I do have a bit.
Okay.
I think that regardless of how much money this costs, it doesn't matter. Krat will go to a place that prints specialty balloons and get a balloon for everyone in the party that says "Big Day" on it, and then early in the morning of this day of the siege, he'll go and give everyone a balloon. Like he'll find them and be like, "Here."
Given the timeline of how this happens, because if you look at like, it's either early morning or early evening, and I'm choosing early evening because like the twilight aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is extremely appropriate.
Yeah, just early morning, like dawn. You just
It
you know
costs
wait,
you
probably
maybe
wait.
17 credits total. Balloons
Okay,
are
good. And
yeah.
and he understands that some people like to sleep in. Again, consent's very important to him. So if that happens, he's just gonna like find a little, he's just gonna like tie it onto the door handle or something.
I mean, Biggs doesn't sleep, so
Yeah, okay, well then you just get one. I get one for everyone in the party. And it's just to remind them that today is in fact the big day. And then when that happens, I'm just gonna go I'd probably ask Ned just because I don't want to get in the way of just like where should I meditate in the morning?
As Ned takes the balloon, just
Yeah, yeah. Knock
you
on
walk
the
up,
door.
you walk up to a sleep deprived, frantic Ned, just like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Hands you the balloon and says, "Where should I meditate today?"
Down and like really thinks hard about it on like where, because like he doesn't know specifically what gets bombarded.
Yeah.
So I think Ned would just I think Ned would just tell you to meditate in the most central point between us, as in like the group.
Hey Cedric, can I roll a quest marker roll? We should also roll
You may.
destiny.
I was just about to suggest that. Thank you.
Yeah, because I want to go to the exact goddamn center. I want to take this very literally.
Ned, you rolled a light side.
God,
Fuck,
oh,
crap.
Oh.
Mark,
Oh
Fuck
boy.
oh
me.
my God.
Hey!
Cedric,
They
can I
actually
also do my
matter today.
astrogation check?
You may make your astrogation check.
Okay, thank you.
No.
Why are you happy about that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
The fact that I rolled light side and Krat rolled dark side truly is the end of days.
It really is.
Yeah.
Right.
It is.
It signifies how your characters have grown.
Bullshit, it does.
I mean, it does.
It honestly, it truly does.
It's just not all good growth.
Growth by itself is bad.
Not all growth is good growth.
Very much a.
All right, I use 3 light side points to compass the exact to quest marker the exact point. That is the
I use
middle
3 light
and
side points to come pass.
Yeah, yes.
What the oh my.
I will be in the exact goddamn middle of everyone's position. Even if it's shifting at all times, I'll follow it. The quest marker doesn't go away.
The quest marker does
it's-
not go away.
It's more or less like a walking meditation of just like, where's it going now?
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's following the force literally. At least that's how it's going in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best thing he could be doing.
I'm going to grab 1 beer and I'll be right back.
All right. When Helmo approves.
What was that song? The that's the name of this. I can't remember the name.
The Carmina Burana?
Yes. Sorry, my mind was blanking on that.
Oh,
song. That is-
Fortuna,
Yes.
Velut
What I-
Luna.
Thank.
I actually sang that in college. I don't miss it.
I am back.
It is a bitch.
We played O Fortuna in high school.
We did the whole Carmina Burana
Yeah.
in high school.
Yeah.
Well, choir did the whole Carmina Burana.
No.
Right?
Advanced Wind Ensemble
Oh yeah.
was there.
Oh yeah.
with
The whole ensemble.
Right.
Because want to know what I had to do? I had to go from the band to the choir, depending on what was needed
Uh-huh.
for the band section.
Yep.
Yay, being one of 2 bass clarinets.
I remember because that was the year that I was only in O Fortuna because it was in the lowest band. Because I was stupid.
No, that was
Where is Revenge of the Sith soundtrack? A very specific song I want to listen to.
And I was in just regular wind ensemble.
you would have been regular Windows.
Oh boy. Okay.
God damn.
What?
Geo sent a message saying post your what was it? Post your final battle song below and let's make an awesome playlist. Okay. With the most recent song.
Hold on.
I love tax. Tax evasion is the best thing.
Grenade launcher.
No, I'm not gonna be that person.
Kinjo.
But I'm not going to be that person. But it'd be so funny. It'd be terrible.
All right. We are all back. It is officially the evening of the siege.
Krat is right in the literal middle of everybody.
Thank God.
Where everyone else be when the siege starts?
Is the council doing anything?
The council would be essentially holding a ceremony. This would be almost, I wouldn't say like a religious ceremony, but it is definitely a council meeting in which you guys are fully engrossed in like the business of here's how the war is going to go. Here's how we are moving forward. So you are, if you are with the rest of the council, might actually be phoning it in. Um, you will be either in the council chamber or using your holo projector to phone it in, so to speak.
Well, I don't see a reason I wouldn't be there, so.
Okay. So Zeta will be in the council chamber. So otherwise noted.
Where would you be?
I'm thinking.
There's no right answer here. All right. If you want, if it makes it easier, put your location in the chat so that way we have a reminder where you guys all are. We'll decide range bands. Some of them will be extreme, long, short, whatever. I will give everyone like 2 minutes to do this. Yeah.
Do I have any idea at all where this attack is going to start?
Do you have the force power foresight?
You know I don't.
Would you like to make a simple force roll just to guess?
Fuck no, I want to make a warfare or a different check.
I mean, this
I
is
can argue a warfare
force
check.
this
a
is
force check. Disgusting.
If
Honestly-
you want to make a warfare check, you can do so. The difficulty is going to be 4 purple.
Cedric. Can I ask the seek? Can I use seek and just ask the force where are they gonna come in?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is that an
The
open
force
war?
doesn't know where
Can-
they're going to come in.
Can
All right,
I
that's
have?
fair.
Can I have one blue because I've lived this timeline before?
It's not the same timeline, but I will give you the blue because you know the attack is coming.
Wonderful. So this dice pool is exactly even except for one blue dice.
Would you want another one? Because I think Biggs would be wanting to do the same exact thing, and I also have a decent warfare.
You know, Cedric, if there was anyone that I would like collaborate with, it would be the computer that has Sith intel.
Take one more blue.
Excellent. Watch me fail it. Ha
Nice.
Wow.
All right.
Look at that.
That's a very angry roll, but it's an angry roll in your favor.
There's a lot happening in that roll for sure.
It really
Yeah.
is. In any case, you understand that while it is the most audacious move, the Sith are most likely to attack the atria, the large open area which leads to the rest of the temple. So where Anakin went in with the 501st is where the Sith will be attacking.
You know, the Jedi just need to invest in smaller doors, I think.
Yeah, think?
Okay. So I guess everyone else, where did everyone else put where they are in the chat? Because I feel like they should do that, and then Ned's gonna figure out where he's gonna be.
I'm waiting on Naz. Because honestly,
Okay.
wherever Naz is where Biggs is going to be.
Well, I think I would just be kind of like walking around, kind of like just perusing the hallways, just kind of on high alert, patrolling, if you were, as it were.
Okay.
Then
Um.
I'm right behind Naz.
Okay.
All right. So you're cutting out a bit for me, Kate. Where are you where are you positioned?
I'm walking around the hallways, just kind of patrolling.
Okay. Our resident council member. Where are you?
I'm in the council chamber.
All right.
Yes, it took
Krat,
me a
you're in the
full 5 seconds to realize you were talking to me.
Krat, you're in the middle of everything.
Indeed.
Date, where are you at?
I'm in my meditation chamber with my Padawan. Or my former
Council
Padawan.
chamber is obviously at extreme range from the initial attack. Everyone else, roll a d4 for which quadrant of the temple you guys are in.
Okay.
1 is north, 2 is east, 3 is south, 4 is west.
Mine is the same as Naz's because like I said, I am right by Naz. Okay.
Okay. You guys are both south. All 3 of you are south.
So I think. Well, because where's the atrium located?
The atrium is located on a. I would say it's located northern.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, directionally it would
see,
have to be because otherwise it wouldn't get that lovely shot of the sun. Yeah, it's the atrium faces north.
So I think Ned is gonna send Twilly because I have a Padawan. I think what I'm gonna try and do is maybe like a couple of days out, convince the council to schedule just like during whatever big day this is. I forgot that whole detail. I cannot stress enough how much how much Ned wants to save the younglings. I think I'm gonna try and schedule like a training session with the younglings, like lightsaber combat with the younglings, like as many of them as possible. Send Twilly to supervise and send them where the BX droids are.
That will be in the west quadrant of the temple.
So I'm gonna send Twilly and as many Padawan or as many younglings as I can convince the council to do.
You get 50% of the remaining younglings. That's another 33%.
Fantastic. So Ned's done his due diligence with the younglings. Twilly is capable. Keep her Rancor mech close as she always does. I know Date and his Padawan are meditating.
Sometimes
I've sent exact perfect. Like what Yuki in Spider Verse or whatever her name is.
Penny Park. Yeah.
Penny. Yeah. I have Zeta in the council chambers. I have the 2 Sith patrolling. Who am I forgetting? Krat's in the middle. Not forgetting anyone. Who else is here that I could possibly coordinate?
The only other person who might be here, and I will make a roll, you want a higher number on this, will be Balaz. He may be back at the temple. I'm going to roll a d20.
Assuming 11 or higher?
15. Let's make it a 13 or higher.
All right, for sure. Ah, fuck. All right.
Damn it. Balaz is actually out at the front. He's at one of the Celestian war fronts.
That's fine. So I think I think in the time leading up, I know Ned's been extremely busy, but I want to use my last remaining credits, and I want to give everyone in our party, because I think I have. Let me see how many credits I have left. All right, I have 6,000 left.
This
And
will
I
be the
think
last preparation we make before I ask you guys to roll initiative, just so you're aware.
Yes, sir. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep Z1 and Z2, but I believe I have enough credits to buy a shield remote for everybody. Let me just double check.
Okay. That should give everyone
So,
one defense, right?
yes. So a shield remote, what it does, think of it as it has 6 charges because it has 6 wound. You spend 1 wound of that shield remote, and it increases the difficulty of you getting hit. You can just do that as an incidental.
Yes.
Awesome. Because essentially they share your initiative. There are 1,011. Yeah, so I go ahead and I buy everyone a shield remote with my last remaining credits.
Beautiful. Everyone has a shield remote. Jabin, if you could message or put it into the chat what that does,
Yes,
I will
please.
forget, and I would like to have a reminder because I have been neglecting Z1 and Z2.
Yep, give me 1 second.
You got it, friend. In the meantime, we are going to go ahead and roll for initiative. I am only going to have one. I'm only going to have one NPC slot because you can see how many slots I would take otherwise.
I can't decide if that's better or worse.
Well, you can either have me have 12 different initiative slots, or I
Well,
can just take one turn.
not necessarily that many. But also, like, we could die in one turn.
You will not die in one turn.
You
I am
promise?
not going to
You
focus fire
promise
anymore.
that we're not going to die?
Throws
promise, Cedric?
throws
my
11
dead
Hydra
cat
attack.
character.
Yeah.
I can promise nothing. The dice rules are visible to everybody.
I'd say this is a game of chance. Let's keep that in mind.
Uh-huh.
So
I was just roasting you. No big.
I will leave it to the group. Do you want me to roll initiative for all my minion groups and my nemesis,
No,
or do you want
one
me to
is
just
good.
go once?
One is good.
Cedric, you are the DM. You do what you want to do.
Yeah,
It is
whatever's easier for you.
you're in control. Whatever's easier for you to control combat.
Mentally, it will be much easier for me to just take one turn, and I will roll with the initiative of the highest nemesis character.
Cool.
All right, go ahead and start initiative, and we'll start rolling.
Are we doing vigilance or cool?
We
For
know
this,
it's
you
coming,
guys know
so
it's
cool.
coming.
God, we're God. The next character I make in this dice system, I'm dumping so much into vigilance and cool because, like, fuck, it's
Oh, God.
this entire campaign. I've been rolling a D8 for all of my initiatives.
Hey, I got a triumph.
You did. Look at that.
I got a triumph.
Shut
Five
up.
advantages.
Stop being a wussy.
No, Ned always goes last anyway. I'm not fussed.
All right, I count 5 PC slots. I need 2 more.
Just throwing around jokes to break the tension because it's a very real thing. We might die.
Yeah, it's possible. Mario's concerned. I cannot begin to describe to you guys how concerned Mario is.
I cannot begin to describe how stressful this is, because I might kill all of you.
Why do you want to go through the chords? Those are not for you to go ring around the rosy on.
There is 0% chance we die.
Yes, correct. Keep thinking that.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
0%.
You know what?
There's
You know what, Krat? I like those odds. Those are good odds.
Always
There
tell
are
me
some
the odds,
odds that you
Krat.
want to be told.
I was about to say, always tell me the odds, Krat.
0%
Brad can
chance.
tell me the odds any day.
We are fucking invincible.
Ned slowly turns and looks at Krat and goes, puts like a very insectoid hand on your shoulder and goes, You've come a long way.
Biggs
I
has
learned
not
the
rolled
fuck
yet.
word yesterday.
It's a good
All right.
word.
Biggs.
No, Biggs
What?
rolled. I have 1, 2, 3.
There's 5 of us. There's 6 players.
I currently have 6 PC slots.
Yep.
There's
Just got
6
added.
pieces slots.
Oh,
Yep.
my apologies.
Nope.
My
He's been
the
there.
browser is updating very slowly. It shows Biggs
Oh.
rolling a minute ago.
Okay.
Buddy, don't I know it?
Sorry.
Don't you indeed. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you the layout. I don't know. None of you will be in the atrium for your first round, correct?
Nope.
Unless
Yeah.
Krat is, for any
I
reason.
think Ned himself will probably be in his workshop monitoring all forms of surveillance. Because he probably hacked into it at some point.
Okay.
And he'll have a surveillance on it.
All right. So it might be easiest to roll a mass combat check to see how everyone does in the initial, because that way you guys can move if you need to. So I'll leave it to the group. Do you want to roll a mass combat check to see how effective the Sith are at their first chance, and then take our rounds to see what you do beyond that?
Since we do have one PC slot that goes before you guys, and that is the one that I rolled because I've been watching the chats as they go by. I was wondering if I could at least take my turn to realize that the combat is about to happen through my meditation, confer with my Padawan, and start heading to the rendezvous point we all agreed on.
I mean,
I think that would probably be a good use of a turn.
Yeah, sure. I'm fine with it.
So I use my entire turn, however many maneuvers, and I'll even take strain if I have to, but I am booking it to the rendezvous point that we all agreed on.
So
And
if I remember correctly, go ahead, Jim.
I was gonna say if I can take an incidental to prepare, like because I'm focusing on like surveillance at this point because now Ned is fully taken like a small break, has like a little cup of tea, and is just like fucking staring and watching all the screens and just waiting. If I could get something to just like help coordinate, because for this fight, I'm gonna try and take a leaf out of Krat's book and do my own form of battle meditation in the form of surveillance and directing people, if I can.
You can. I will rule that those actions as an incidental will add a blue to the mass combat check. I'm going to go ahead and advance one slot. All right. Now, before I roll this check, there are going to be a couple of factors. Anyone who's looked at the mass combat rules knows that there are some mitigating factors involved in this. I get to decide the strength of the enemy force and the strength of the defending force. Anything you guys do can either upgrade the defending force or add a blue to the defending force. You already get some upgrades because you added some defenders. So you will go ahead and be rolling with 3 yellow. Your enemy is going to be rolling with 2 red and 2 purple. I will add any blues because you guys have the home court advantage. And I will add some black because these Jedi or these Sith are headed in very poor directions. But, so you're aware, it's going to look very difficult. All right. This is the first phase of the attack. I'm actually going to take Joker Squad would be actually they would have been positioned probably closer to the younglings. If I may take a little liberty here, I think they would have been Ned's mask.
Could
They would have been
we
posted
could
closer to the younglings.
could we amend that and say they're close to the younglings that aren't at the training grounds, that we cover all of the small children from
Yeah,
the
that's valid.
damage?
So they will be in the eastern quadrant with
Phenomenal.
scattered around as a roaming defense for the other younglings who have not really been gathered into a large group.
Excellent.
Okay. I'm going to count that as another blue. I am going to spend a destiny point to upgrade the attacking force, which is the Sith. You guys are going to be the yellow dice. The Sith are going to be the red and purple. So you want a success. You do not want failures.
Fuck.
Well, so much for that. To be fair, that's
All right.
not a terrible outcome.
No.
It isn't. It is only one failure and one threat. So,
Not surprising, giving a surprise attack for most
Yeah.
people.
in
Eh.
the I would argue that it's not quite as cinematic, but Jules posted the cinematic that plays out in Deceived, and that attack
That
on
was
the
me.
atrium. Oh, nice. Thanks, Javen. I apologize. But I think that visual plays out, and you watch Malgus and a cadre of assassin droids, Sith acolytes, and troopers, and one. Actually, no, you wouldn't see this person because they are making their way through the temple. But you see a cadre of troopers, acolytes, and Darth Malgus making their way absolutely horribly decimating the Jedi through the atrium. Death is apparent on both sides, but the Sith gain their upper hand, and the atrium falls as the mass of troopers make their way through the rest of the temple. If anyone else would like to take their turn, they can. But we are going to after this, we're going to end this round of combat and move into more individualistic stuff. I would argue you guys are still at extreme range from the actual combat. At this point, the council members would be made aware that an attack is happening, but they have not had chances to. Zeta, they will act on your turn because you also are in the chamber.
Okay.
So, if I can take, actually, let's get Krat to take first, and then I'll take second. Ned, this will be the first time that Ned takes an early initiative.
All right.
Let me.
Your
look.
Padawan is pulled into the council chamber, given that they are nearby. None of the other council members have Padawans because they'd already raised theirs. Yours being contingent, but yes. So your Padawan is in the council chamber. They will act on your initiative. Ned or Krat, whomever is going first, your turn.
Krat, you can go for it.
Okay. So first off, the control thing for battle meditation may suffer 4 strain to change the range of the power, and the range upgrades to planetary scale.
Okay.
Is that a constant? Like, would I have to use that over and over again, or is that just something that I can just do for 4 strain and then it continues?
Can you link me the battle meditation ability? Just
I can send you a
Let me look it
screenshot
up.
of it.
Yeah, would you mind? Just so I can make a call.
Do you want the whole thing or just the control thing?
Just the whole thing. That way I can
well.
kind of.
Okay.
Cedric, if you have the Force Powers skill tree or like the pages, it's page 2 on
Thank
that
you.
one on that PDF.
It is, yes.
Looking at that, it might be because you do have to roll battle meditation every single time. I don't. I think it's every single time if you want to
Well,
take those 4 strain.
I believe Thomas also got the duration ability. Did you, Thomas? No, you
Yeah,
didn't.
No, I
so
did
Okay.
not. No, I did not.
I think Thomas has bought out this entire tree.
Not all of it. Not quite
Okay.
all of it. There's still a few nodes. There's the duration one, which I can just commit 3 force dice to doing the same roll, but no. And then there's 2 magnitude ones I don't have, which is just amount of people.
Yeah,
But that's
so I would
my presence, so it's fine. I can do the whole party if I roll one success.
Okay. So if I read this correctly, Pratt, let me get the entire force power up for a second.
Yes.
So I'll let you say what you're gonna say, and then I'll add an input if I have a thing.
Yep, you got it.
And I
Okay.
shall remain neutral.
Understood. All right. So you have a couple of things. You definitely have you have the mastery thing on this, yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And you have range up to planetary, obviously.
Yeah, here. I don't know if you'll be able to read them specifically, but I have like the words of it, but I have this with red dots on what I have.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. That makes my life so much easier. Thank you, Thomas.
Yes.
That helps more than you know.
That really does. Okay. So yeah, the duration one is actually what would save you from making that suffering that 4 strain every single time.
Okay. I will just hold off on it then. I won't do that yet. I imagine there will have to be a point where I will do that, but
Yeah. I think
okay.
because this is up to at this point you've got short
He's up to long range right now.
age short. Yeah, I don't think you guys are
Up to long.
extreme range from each other. I think you guys are all long range from each other.
Oh, okay. Then that's
Yeah,
just
I think you guys are just
relevant. Cool.
extreme range from the combat, not from each other.
Okay. And I think that we would kind of, I don't know, squat up ever so slightly when it starts happening.
I think once you realize it's happening,
it's like a very
really
mild
think
squat up.
Yeah.
I think
Sorry.
once
okay,
you guys
well,
realize it's happening and Ned kind of fills you guys in, you guys are all like, "Oh shit, here we go, here we go."
All right, well, cool. If that's the case, then I will just battle meditation normally, and it will get everybody. Cause Krat.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and I also get.
I think that's more than fair.
So that's 3 successes because of my astrogation.
Yep.
So with that, I can get everyone my range. I can get everyone and the range, and I think one more thing.
Mm-hmm. So I think you get to add 2 successes because of your. No, you would have to spend
It was
2
just the
successes
one.
for
It was
that.
just the one.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll still add a success to everybody going up.
Okay, yep. So I just use all of them. I need more than that to do anything crazy. I need one more than that to do anything crazy.
Yeah,
so I'll just
you would have.
Mhm.
Oh no! If no dark side were used to generate successes, you choose one skill while affected by the power. Each affected character counts as having the same number of ranks in the chosen skill as the affected character with the most ranks in the skill.
Oh
So,
yeah. I forgot about
You
that.
have the
Yeah.
mastery ability, and you didn't activate the dark side. So everyone, you get to find out who's the best at something, and use their skill on your roll.
You know what I
For
think
this
that
round.
is? I think that is if you would allow this, Cedric, and I think it's only while using this skill and like only with a select number of people. I think that I would just like connect everyone's minds together, doing my telepathic like conversations, but just like and just projecting that outwards to where it's like now with that like Ned can talk someone through fixing a computer or something.
Absolutely. It's very sensate. And also, Krat, the most important thing, roll your d20.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Oh my god. First I gotta pull up the list. Oh my god. Okay, and then okay, so you all feel a like wave of little like Krat helping energy, and then you hear in your head, the universe folds around one singular point.
No truer words have ever been said, sadly. like literally.
Yeah.
You hear in Rhodian, what the fuck?
Yeah, and now you all will get an automatic success, and you can use your, the choose a skill.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Beautiful.
so okay. Is this literally like, okay, I'm about to use this skill. Who has the best rank in this skill? And then
And
just be
then
like,
you get to use that rank. Yes.
is this for any skill we use, or is this like
Yes.
we choose a
Yes.
skill and that's
Yes. Oh no, it is.
You
Hang
choose one. You choose one.
I was
but
about to
I
say,
don't
hold
have,
on,
but, like,
it's not that powerful.
no, but
Yeah.
but I
Okay,
haven't
it is
chosen
choose
yet.
one skill. Yeah. Choose one skill. So mechanics, lightsaber, computers, choose a skill.
Ah.
all right. Can you
Do I
imagine?
have to choose it right now?
Oh,
Yes,
goodness.
sadly.
It
Okay,
can be anyone's skill, right?
You
yeah,
just
but like, what do we
gave-
need? What do we need right now? What roles would you guys be making this turn?
I
It'd
don't
be
know.
like moving and just getting in
don't.
position, right?
But I can kill.
For
Most of us don't have
for-
athletics.
for Ned, it would either be like computers or leadership, which he probably. I feel like he'd rather do like computers or like something like that. But
Actually, I do
leadership.
have.
Oh, I don't have any upgrades.
Actually, I didn't realize this. I have 2 yellow and 2 green in athletics. So if we need to move faster, we can use my skill.
Okay. I mean, could we use that then just to make everyone move faster, Cedric? Like just run faster, be more in line.
You absolutely could.
Okay. I think for the first one, I'll just choose that then, athletics, so everyone can just run to where they need to go.
Yes, athletics is a great choice.
Cool. Yep. For the first one, I do that, and that is my turn.
Beautiful.
The universe is around one singular point. Run towards it.
More like run away from it.
Run away from it. Far, far away.
Take Kratz. He's not using it.
I mean, sure. If you give me a lightsaber skill and a lightsaber.
All right. In any case, it is athletics currently. What is everyone else doing on their turn?
Oh, it's athletics currently. Okay,
Yeah.
I see. That's
Yeah,
what my
um,
question was.
Ned, I believe you were taking the next initiative slot. Yep.
yes, so for this initiative, I would like to. If there was a way I can like immediately, because I assuming that the evil initiative is a big boom is heard from the atrium.
Pour it out into a smaller one.
Big is kind of underselling it.
Yeah. So
Rather large, would you say?
I
immediately
would
when that
say that
happened,
there is structural damage to a thing the size of 10 World Trade Centers.
immediately
Pretty big.
when this happens,
Okay.
Ned starts immediately going ham on like hotkeys and preset messages to every section of the temple. He beams up a map of the entire temple to every like Jedi comm of where the exits are. It's almost like it's suspiciously too prepared, almost like my
Yeah.
master Bush did. But um, but so I immediately completely locked down my workshop, like entirely door locking down. I have an escape path in my thing. No one's getting in my workshop, and I will escape through my own tunnel whenever it happens. I want to
Understood.
beam out and so, essentially, can I just do a computers check, like to just start typing ferociously and like putting in hotkey commands and like sending out everything that I need to.
Yes, you may.
Full,
And I'm going to
full
send a
die in the
destiny
chair.
point. I'm going to spend a destiny point, and this is going to be a contested roll.
Okay. Wait,
So
why?
you're going. Huh?
What? Who's going against me?
It's not who you're going against. It's who's trying to hack the information you're sending. So that's destiny point spent.
Okay.
You're going to be making. Go ahead and make your computer's check. No difficulty.
So I have a thing to argue real quick because I've never gotten to use this ability.
I'm listening.
I have an ability called Code Breaker, which allows me to remove 1 black per rank to decrypt comms, and I can decrease the difficulty on decrypting those by 1. Can I reverse engineer that and increase their difficulty by 1 and add 2 black to them because I have 2 ranks in it?
I will allow for adding the 2 black, but because this is a contested roll and you're not rolling with any difficulty, it won't upgrade it. However,
can I
will
upgrade my own check by 1?
Yeah.
Per rank or just by 1?
Let's just go by 1.
All right, cool. So computers check, I'm going to upgrade it by 1 for that, and then you're going to add 2 black per rank of my code breaker.
To my roll, yes.
To your roll.
That is
and
correct.
then I need to check and see if my force ability adds to computers. I don't think I have that. Let me just double check.
Wouldn't that be awesome? But yes,
Right?
there is another character who is not part of the atrium, is monitoring communications and trying to figure out where everyone is going. So that is why I'm making you make this roll.
All right, so do you want me to make my roll first, or are you going to make your roll first?
Let's have you make your roll first, and then I'll make mine. I've already built my pool. I'm not changing it, so...
I clicked roll. There we go. Ah, damn it. Hey!
Well done!
Nice.
By 1. By 1.
Hey. It cost me... It still cost me a destiny point, and Javen pulled it off. Very, very well done, sir.
If insects could have sweat glands, Ned would like wipe his forehead and like keep ferociously like he would make sure to contact like the core group, like by the way, sending out these comms, someone is trying desperately to get past me. They're not succeeding, but they are really trying.
Yep. I would argue that is spending your 2 advantages, is sending out that message. It's just like, hey, comms are being tapped, fuckers.
Yeah, like this is way more coordinated than I thought. Please heed my messages, God, please.
Yep. Okay.
Talk on the Krat channel. It's much simpler.
You hear in Rhodian, I could only speak in Rhodian on this channel.
On the Krat channel, you get the equivalent to like Eminem's rap god of just like Ned thinking really fast.
I got it all. I promise.
Superhuman, what I gotta do to preview him Superhuman?
Did everyone like their balloons?
Okay.
Ned has
Maybe
tied
a
his
little bit
Ned
like
has
it.
Biggs will
Ned has
not
tied
tell
it
you
to his.
Yeah. Biggs will not tell you this, but yes, it did.
Incredible.
I unfortunately did not notice. I apologize, Krat.
Aw.
And honestly, I feel like that role will take up enough time for it to be my turn, so you can move on.
Yep.
But yeah, so essentially, all my main goal for that role is to give people blues, to give them guidance, to give as much help as I possibly. Because I'm not great, but I want to make sure that everyone gets the fuck out of here. That's my main goal of that role.
Yep. I'm gonna say that because you beat me, even though I added and had to spend a destiny point to get that, I'm gonna say add a blue to all movement checks for the party until the end of this round.
Good enough.
Fair. Very fair.
All right.
I feel like
who would
the
like to go
council would be
next? There
moving
are
at this
3
point.
people who still have to go.
I feel like the council would be moving at this point.
Yes. So let's make this Zeta's turn. Then. Zeta.
Yeah.
All right. So, what would Zeta be doing in this moment? And then I will narrate what the council does.
So, the moment I feel the shake and everything, I pull in. I can't remember her name. Or Fortuna.
The Twi'lek or the Feline?
My Padawan.
Oh.
I'm just
her name
reiterating
is
that.
Erin. Pretty sure her name is Erin.
Okay, yeah. I pull Erin in. I'm like, stay with me.
Yeah, pretty much set on that one.
And I look to Titus and say, it's time to work that contingency plan.
All right. Council members, you know what to do. Break off, lead them away.
And I pull.
Could I have Zeta make a roll?
Yar.
Zeta, you are going to make a streetwise check.
Okay.
It is going to be 2 red and 1 purple.
And I get the success, yes?
This isn't technically movement, but you'd get the success from.
I get it from the battle meditation.
You get the automatic success from battle meditation. I apologize. I was
Cool.
misunderstanding what you were trying to do.
All good, making sure.
Yeah, you still get your success from.
Fuck.
All right.
Well, what
Zeta,
I was going
you
to
are
say.
you are totally convinced that everyone is going to follow the plan.
I would not be. I pull.
Jules would not be. Zeta made the roll.
Yeah. Zeta would not be, but sure.
We got this.
I pull. Fucking Christ. I'm scrolling back. Zizor.
Aaron?
Master Zizor.
Yeah, she's Orc. Yeah.
I tell her to stay with me.
I probably will. I'm not a very good combatant, but I could probably make you a little more able. And she will actually use. I don't think she can use enhance, but she can use like misdirect and a couple of other force powers. So I will give you a couple of blues whenever she works with you.
Cool. It's 2 council members that have to survive, right?
It is 2 council members that have to survive.
Cool.
We're shooting for the bare minimum here.
That includes you,
you know-
Zeta, so it's technically just one.
That
Well,
is
yeah,
true.
that's my point. Is I kept her with me, so we just have to survive.
Yeah, if Zeta survives, your odds are 50% great.
Mhm.
It's
So you
either
just
on
gotta choose our
Anymore-
favorite council
Yeah,
member and make
table.
sure they get out of here.
Yep.
Get my D&D box.
Any more than the than the bare minimum is a resounding success. Any more,
Hey.
literally any. If we get
If we're gonna
3,
be
we're
honest
throwing a
here-
party.
If we're gonna be honest here, if you guys encounter the main force, surviving is gonna be a feat.
Yeah.
We got this.
All right. That is. I'm assuming that is Zeta's turn.
Is there anything else I should do?
I mean, you can start running. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, where are we going again?
You are headed to Bay 792, looking for the Falcon's Rest.
Actually,
However-
that's a question for Javen. What is our meetup location?
Javen is muted.
I see that.
Go ahead.
I'm just bringing that up because we did have a game plan in mind. Javen was a little bit of the architect here, so.
I applaud having the game plan. I'm just giving you what I know the council's game plan to be.
Yeah,
So
we had
what
something a
you
little
do-
different.
What you do beyond that is on you guys, but the council should be headed to 792 and the Falcon's Rest.
So, Jules, you do know that there is a different location. I won't necessarily say that we have to, because essentially Dante's heading to the same location. Our characters know where they're supposed to be heading. We don't.
Yeah.
So I would suggest letting your character take control and
So
just
sorry.
start heading down that path.
So sorry, I was peeing and refreshing and all that.
How dare you.
Okay, so the meeting point. The meeting point is going to be obviously I don't have the layout of the temple fully, but it would be a location that was secluded and convenient enough
Oh, no.
to where our group specifically
No.
could get to Zeta's ship.
Okay, but we have the new data. of
What's the new
council's-
data?
Where the council is going. They're going to the regular spaceport to their ship.
Okay, so in that case, I would say the rendezvous point should still remain at Zeta's ship. It would just be as soon as everything else is done, meet at Zeta's ship, and then at that point, once Zeta's ship takes off, then we pick up whoever we can. The whole reason of like broadcasting every escape route, and especially after not getting hacked, because if they hacked that, we would have been fucked because they would have known everywhere where we were going. But I trusted my abilities, Cedric. I trusted them. But now that we have now that everyone knows where the escape routes are, there should be shuttles, there should be ships, there should be actual places where we can evacuate. But for our core group, aside from Ned, who, if you guys need to take off before I can get there, fucking go wherever. Because honestly, what Ned can do, he can just get in his own private little shuttle and just blast off into the understreets of Coruscant and just find his way to you guys wherever you are.
Okay.
But the main thing is to make sure that Zeta survives, and that at least one more council member survives, and then all of us survive, obviously. Whatever we have to do to make that happen, and obviously, save the children, because That's Ned's main thing. The rendezvous point would be Zeta's ship, and I feel like everyone would have already agreed to that because that's the most ideal way to get off of this rock.
Okay, I start heading toward my ship, and hopefully
Yeah.
trying to meet up with other people at the same time.
I would say for sure, yeah, Zeta, for sure, make sure you get to your own ship with as much protection as possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Um,
Well, where did I put my ship?
By the way,
feel like, yep.
I don't know if this is a once per session thing, but Date,
Uga.
there was a failed roll there, was there not?
Fail. Wait, what?
Oh, the auto success.
Even with the auto success, there was a failed roll in the dice roller, was there not?
Oh,
From
that
where?
was for DACA. That was for me being stupid.
No, I'm talking about Jules and your ability, right?
Yeah, your flipping token
I
ability.
can only do that before she rolls dice.
Okay.
Oh.
People have
That's
to
not-
No.
people have to ask me before they roll dice. I have to be
Well,
able to use it
sorry.
before dice are rolled.
You're fine. I was trying to help you guys. I'm sorry.
I appreciate
No.
it. It took me a minute to figure out what you were talking about.
Now, your other ability where you can flip a destiny token. What are the conditions of that?
I have to fail a roll.
Oh,
It's you specific because I think that's what Cedric was talking about. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing.
I wish
Yeah.
that I could do that. Let me let me just word these out so that way everyone can understand them and that way it's in the thing here.
Please, because
okay.
those two specific abilities will help a lot in this instance.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was what I was trying to play with and like trying to give you guys some more advantages. But yeah, if it's only when you roll and you fail, that is less
Okay.
overpowered than I thought.
Okay, so for everyone who is
Cedric,
so
same
for
mind.
everyone who is wondering, just so that way it is in the chat and everybody knows what I'm talking about. The two skills that they're talking about, there is no try. Once per session before ally rolls the dice for a check. The character may spend a destiny point to allow the ally to automatically succeed at the check with one success and no other results. The other skill is Will of the Force. Once per round, after failing a skill check, the character may convert one dark side destiny point to one light side. And that is if I
Okay.
fail a roll, not everybody. That'd be pretty
Fair
broken
enough.
if everybody could fail it.
That's why I thought for some reason it was when anyone failed, but
Nope.
Thank you, Gio, for clarifying. I appreciate that. I was trying to help. Thank you for double checking the rules on us.
Like I said, it's in the chat. Everyone knows it now. Use me as you see fit. That sounded wrong.
Well, howdy.
I intend to.
Ah!
Where did you come from?
I can hear your thoughts.
Please no.
All right. In any case, the council has started to get moving. Jules, everything seems okay. With that roll, I'm just going to say everything seems like it's going how it should.
Great.
After that, I'm going
I
to move
tried
to the next
to-
PC slot.
I try to meet up with at least Date and his Padawan.
Okay. I would argue that you can probably get there on your turn. So let's say Zeta and Date met up.
Are you injured?
That's going to leave us with Biggs and Naz. So what are you two going to do on this round?
That is a very good question. That is a very, very good question.
So, with Ned saying that somebody's trying to hack the comms, what are the chances that I know who the person is that's trying to hack it? Is it my buddy?
For free, I will let you make a knowledge lore check. It is going to be 1 red and 2 purple.
Is there any way I can assist in that?
Are you with them?
purple.
Yes, I am with her.
Then you may add a blue.
Cool.
Okay, 1 red, 2 purple.
1 red and 2 purple.
Wow. Oh, come on. Does it refresh on my end?
I am afraid that no.
Damn. Okay.
You
Well.
understand that the Sith do work with code monkeys who might be the result that you're looking for, but unfortunately, it's too many independent contractors and you don't know all of their names. So I will give you that you understand it's probably not an actual Sith, probably an independent contractor with those advantages, but you do not know who they are.
Okay, well, that's gonna take that little game plan that I had in my brain out.
That's okay. Plans are only lasting until contact with the enemy. What are you going to do now?
Well, in that case, I am going to run to meet up and
To the rendezvous.
to the rendezvous. Yes.
Okay. I don't think that's going to require too much of a roll. Most of the temple, and this will change in the future, most of the temple is still structurally sound. So moving through there is not going to cost you, you're not going to have to make athletics checks or anything to dodge boulders or falling debris. But keep in mind that may change. This is still the first round.
Yeah. May I ask, would we be able to make it to the rendezvous from the side of the temple we're at in one round? Or like by the end of this round?
No.
Is there any way I can make an athletics check to get us there by the end of this round?
You can definitely try.
All right, Dante, what's your athletics?
2 yellow and 2 green.
2 yellow, 2 green, and that's the highest athletics for people?
Unless somebody else can beat me in athletics.
Hey, coincidentally, that is the same athletics I already have.
Well, then you win.
Okay. So you are going to try and just to make sure you understand what you are doing. I don't know where your rendezvous point is. You do not need to tell me where it is, but I need to understand, is it inside the temple or outside it?
That I don't know.
Hey, architect, where's your rendezvous point in relation to the temple?
Who's talking? What happened?
I'm trying to get to the rendezvous to secure the escape.
See, I like how you, Cedric, are asking me, a player, about the architectural placing of rendezvous. I don't know what the temple looks like.
So I need you to tell me, is it in the temple or out of it?
It's so where Zeta, where'd you park your car?
Yes, so rendezvous point is my ship.
Yes.
My
yes,
ship
100
would be somewhere close that is not the temple landing platform.
That's well, Biggs, you better have your running shoes on.
I imagine, and this is just me, that the Jedi Council members would have their own kind of specific docking bay. That's just me. You're the DM, but I would think that the Jedi Council members have a parking space. That's just me.
They do. It is attached to the temple. It is still at extreme range because the temple is fucking huge. So, Biggs, if you want to make that run, it is going to be hard.
Naz, hop on Biggs' back. It's time to go. Get on the Biggs mobile.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Athletics
Basically-
check.
Okay, difficulty.
3 red,
Cool.
2 black.
Jesus.
Let's see if I have. I don't think I have anything as a soldier. So
I'm not hitting that button. I'm hitting the refresh button. You stupid fuck.
I'm going to say it right now. If you fail, you suffer wound from pushing yourself too hard.
What happened to? Why is my pool looking like that? That is not what I built. Okay. In that case, I think instead of pushing myself to secure the ship, I think I would try and find the closest other member of our party and get us to them.
Well, and Date would be the closest because we're both in the west
True.
area.
Okay. Yeah,
And
I think.
Date already met up with Zeta, so that would be a majority of the party already met up.
You know what? I think that's the only thing I'm looking to do at this point.
Okay. That's still not. That is not going to cost you any points. It was
Cool.
trying to get the extreme range to the ship, which I was going to be like, "Are you fucking sure?"
Yeah. No. That's valid. So I think. Other than that, I'm just keeping an eye out for any like ambushes, targets that would be
For
going
that,
after us.
make a knowledge warfare check. This is going to be. Let's make this simple. It's going to be 2 purple because I think you would understand they haven't penetrated very far, and it's likely to not, unless there's saboteurs. Which, if he made that roll, Biggs was gonna run at Mach 3.
I don't need myself falling apart before the actual fighting starts.
Yeah.
So, and would this include the success from the battle meditation or no?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
This is, by the way, our last PC slot.
Cool.
Because I think Naz used all their maneuvers to run with Biggs, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Yeah, Biggs, they haven't. There, as far as you know, is only one saboteur, and that's someone trying to infiltrate from the outside. They would not have had time to set traps or turn agents, as far as you know. So you are easily able to meet up with Date, and I'm going to say those 2 threats are you kind of imagining. So please take 2 strain, but you're going to be like imagining foes around every corner. So you're going to be very jumpy for a couple seconds. But you make it to where Date and Zeta are, and you recognize that one other council member is already there. Quote unquote, you've met your requirements. That's going to bring us to round 2.
Generally, I'm hoping that the rest of the council gets out, but I'm ensuring that 2 of us get out.
Hey, you understand your victory condition. You're trying to meet it.
Yep.
Does anyone want to take the PC slot?
I think I'll go last this time
Yeah.
because that was a pretty
'Cause
good roll.
if no one wants to take the PC slot, I will run a mass combat check to see how the next phase of the encounter goes, and then I will go into like each individual section because most of what they're going to do right now is dash to try and find targets. And I will tell you right now, y'all are in range if they dash.
I could also go first and
If anyone wants to
change
take a turn,
I could
if
change
anyone
the
wants to take
skill.
a turn, now would be a good time.
I would say go first, Krat, to possibly change the skill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what skill do we need it to change to though?
If they're in range with dash, I would say something that's more combat.
Krat can
I
still
was
move
only
on
half
his
kidding
turn.
with the lightsaber.
Or you can take my
Krat can
range.
still
I
move on their
mean-
turn.
I mean, lightsaber isn't bad
No.
because then we all just get like Zeta's upgrades in lightsaber, right?
I got 5 ranks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So maybe lightsaber. Maybe I'll go first, and then we'll do a lightsaber.
If you succeed, yeah.
If I succeed, yeah. Is everyone okay with that?
No if, it's gonna happen.
Right. It's gonna happen.
I think we're all good.
Um.
Voice. Uh,
Yeah.
Speak
All
now
right.
or
I'm.
hold your
I'm
peace.
just. Yeah. I'm just gonna. Yeah. I'm just gonna do it because. Fuck it.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Have
Well,
to
that's
be
nice.
And with that, everyone gets 2 fucking successes.
Cool.
They do.
That's so hot.
That is
You get 2
beautiful.
That is very
successes,
hot.
and the skill I'm picking is everyone has Zeta's upgrades in lightsaber right now since they're in range.
What?
Yep. So everyone fucking kill people. Go for it.
All right.
If-
It
if-
is.
And I
if
would
that-
like
if
to
that's the
move.
case- If that's the case, give the light instead of selecting me for your battle meditation, select Twilly for her lightsaber, because I'm locked in my bunker.
I
So
honestly
don't
might
worry
be able to
about
get you
me.
both, but I'll do her instead. Sure. Because I can do up to 7 people, and I think that's the party +1.
My Padawan. I don't know how good
That
he is
is the
or
party
what.
+1.
Okay.
Give it
Seven?
to Padawan and Twilly, because Twilly will take my place, and then the +1 can be Jules's. It can be Zeta's Padawan.
Okay,
And
there you
Dr.
go.
Padawan doesn't use a lightsaber, so fuck him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh,
Sure.
I will also say, Naz,
Yes.
when it comes to combat checks, my apprentice is with you. So you can either use him to give yourself, I believe it's either +2 defense, both melee and long ranged, or you can use him to give yourself a success and an advantage in combat checks. You have to decide before before your action, though.
Okay.
I will also, to end my turn, move towards everybody else. The little cluster forming. I'll move generally in that direction. I'm not trying to go front lines, but I want to be close to them. That's my turn.
all right. I'm just trying to remember what your Padawan's last name is. Jules?
Fortuna.
Fortuna. That's what
That
it
one I
fucking
remember.
was.
I
Ooh,
couldn't
I
remember
wanna chigga. Sorry.
Fortuna. Fucking
That's-
hell. Aaron Fortuna. Yes.
Again, Bermuda.
For Fortuna, Ahsoka, come on my Torgrudas.
You fucker!
Before we get canceled for copyrighted music.
That was great.
Tip your waitress.
All right. Thank goodness for parody law. Disney, we tried. We tried.
Come on, pretty Twi'lek. Sorry.
I swear I tried to turn this into a serious episode.
We gotta break
Good
this into
fucking
a little
luck.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, you're,
If I
You're stupid
learned
for that one.
anything with my 1 week of listening to NADPOD, you have to break something.
see. Again, we're joking because as soon as combat actually starts, it's gonna get very scary, very fast.
Yep.
0% chance of death. May I remind you? 0.
And I'm sorry, this is coming from you. 0% chance.
0% chance of death.
Kate and Ned, I do want you guys to know that I asked a question in chat when you met up with us.
What?
Oh.
Underneath the Marvel gif.
All right. You are all within medium range. So if they take 2 strain, they can get to you. Now that doesn't guarantee who's going to get what. But I am going to make some rolls, and see what's happening here. So. Okay. I forgot that one existed. Okay.
Oh,
Here we go.
yay.
Yep, shield remotes are very helpful in this scenario. The first group, because unfortunately they are the group closest to the atrium, because they moved all towards the council chamber, is going to be Zeta's and Biggs and Date's group. All right.
I can hear feedback from someone's mic.
It might be mine.
Thomas.
Oh,
That was
They're going to
adorable.
be within medium range.
Thomas.
And oh, I'm sorry, Thomas. So for flavor, a group of 6 droids rumbles into view from the atrium, marching in a diamond formation. And as they see another droid enter, their eyes immediately light up, and 6 of them raise their hands, and you watch as small compartments open and rockets fire from the right arms as they all launch a limited weapon at Biggs.
Yeah.
I've got your backs, Biggs. I can help you here.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make sure that I'm the one it's taking as much as this is possible. So.
Well,
Like I said, I've got your back,
the
Biggs. I can
problem
help you
is,
here.
the problem you see is those advantages because you do realize what blast does. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I get to do that.
Is that with the shield droid thing?
Yeah. Should be.
I
That's
will
probably gonna take it
definitely-
out.
So
Upgrade difficulty of combat checks once.
So you need to redo that whole roll, but with one red and one purple, actually, Cedric. So
that's fine. I will. I just need to figure out how to delete a roll.
I mean, you just
I don't
forget
think
it
there
exists
is.
and do it
About
again.
to say, you can just
you
do
just
it
forget
again.
it exists and do it again.
That's fair. I'm gonna make the same roll.
Can I make it a little bit more difficult since I did say that I was? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you want to keep that roll, fuckers?
Well,
Woof.
Well, because I was gonna argue since I was staying alert and looking for things like this.
Okay. Cedric.
What is-
As Biggs gets hit, I activate my passive ability Circle of Shelter. When an engaged ally suffers a hit, may use a parry or reflect incidental against the hit. I know it's rockets.
Sure.
I know it's bombs and all that stuff, but I am using the reflect ability to suffer 2 wound to try to take away some of the damage that Biggs might take.
You mean 2 strain?
2 strain. I apologize. Actually, I think it's 3 strain, but
Yeah,
it's up for 3 strain.
and
I
yes,
have 3 ranks of it.
that is perfectly applicable. Circle of Shelter would absolutely apply here.
Okay, I take away.
It doesn't.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It doesn't remove all the damage because, fuck.
Okay.
But how much do you reduce it by?
I am going to reduce his damage at the cost of 3 strain by 9 damage.
By 9 damage. Okay, that's awesome. still going to take 4 damage.
Okay. Is that before soak?
That is before soak.
Then I take no damage.
And then we're going to deal with Blast 8.
And that's
Yeah.
damage that I take.
Yeah.
I
So
take.
How big is that?
It hits
are
me,
we
not
doing
you
that
guys.
where it's like, no, I'll take the damage. No, I'll take the damage. No, I'll take the damage.
It.
You can take the
we're all
damage.
going to take the damage.
Well, no. Zeta and her group are 10 feet behind me. I made sure to put in chat that
That's
that
still
we're
within
putting.
that's still within short range.
Fuck.
So
Okay.
It's best to let me take the damage because I can actually have abilities to make sure that no one else has.
Brother, you did take the damage. We're all taking the damage from blast. There's nothing we can do about that.
This is true.
Yeah. You're still
So-
taking all the blast damage.
I wish we could do something about that, dude. I wish you could take the blast damage, but you literally can't for us.
Yeah.
Am I
So,
taking blast?
You're all. Everyone is taking. This soak still applies. Soak still applies. You're still taking 8 damage. Biggs is taking another.
No,
reduced by
Big
9, it
suffered
would've
the
been
initial hit. He's fine.
Yeah.
He
So
doesn't.
Big
He doesn't
suffered-
eat blash.
13 damage minus 9 plus soak. So everyone's taking 8 damage minus their soak.
Okay.
And then Biggs, you're going to suffer a crit.
But what if I don't like any of that,
That's fine.
Cedric? What if I don't like that?
I
Can
wish
you
I
do
could
something about it?
like that, Thomas.
Okay.
No.
Shizor takes 8 damage. Biggs, you're still going to take a crit because of that triumph.
Do you want me to roll it, or are you going to roll it for me?
You're going to roll it because otherwise I decide to take more blast damage on you.
Fair. All right, and this is. Let's see. This is not plus any 10 or anything, right?
No, they do. Let me double check the item, but I don't believe. No, it does not have vicious.
Okay.
Wait, could we have used our shield things against that blast?
What does?
You could. Well, no.
Technically, one was already done because the initial attack was used on Biggs.
Biggs.
But technically, I feel like, and this is just me, Cedric. I don't mean to take away from you, Cedric, but I feel like Krat wouldn't be close enough to the blast. I feel like Krat just wouldn't be close enough to it.
I don't
Did
think he
Pratt
actually.
join the party?
I don't think he
No.
did.
No.
Huh?
No, he didn't.
So Pratt doesn't take damage.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay. So I am able to actually reduce my crit by 10 because I have a rank in durable.
Yeah.
Okay, Krat's just skipping his way to the party. He's having
You're
a
still
lovely
rolling a
time.
crit minus 10.
Yeah, no. I'm just letting you know that that's.
Nope. Total. I understand you have durable. I know that that's what the heavy and the soldier both do. So yeah, go for it.
Okay, let me make sure I'm rolling this correctly. I hit the minus 10. Roll crit. Slightly dazed. Disoriented until the
Well,
end
just-
of the encounter.
You will. So if I remember disoriented, that is a black dice until the end.
It
of the
adds a
encounter.
black until the end of the encounter.
So
Okay.
just we're gonna have to remember that, Ed. But you have a black for every roll until the end of the encounter.
Okay.
Now, granted, that's
Is
the
that
only group of people who find you.
Okay.
In the
now, hold on.
meantime,
In this definition, is
Yes.
this the entire siege, or is this group fight with these robots here?
encounter the entire siege.
Okay. I'm making sure I got clarification on that rule.
I was wondering
Understood.
about that too.
Thank you for asking. But when specifically this game specifies encounter,
Mm-hmm.
it is the end of a specific scene or fight. Encounters are things like sieges. So scenes are things like meetings between two people. Encounters are combat scenarios, essentially. So until the end of the combat scenario, you are dazed.
All right.
All right. In the meantime, I am gonna have. Hey, Ned.
Hi.
What's your computer skill?
Pretty good.
Can I please have it?
No. Yeah. It is 3 yellow, 1 green.
Hey, thanks. And what happens if someone attacks your door but doesn't actually, get through?
So, I guess my counter question, because I have cameras outside my door, because why wouldn't I? I'm paranoid as fuck. Who's trying to break into my door?
6 Sith troopers.
Do they have blasters?
They do.
Because, and this is my argument to you, of my years in the Jedi Temple and my years of preparation, I feel like I would have heavily blaster proofed my door.
Yes, I
And I
understand
feel
that.
like
They're
that's, I
not
feel like
trying to
that's not
shoot
a
the door.
big ask.
It's not. They're not trying to shoot the door. They're trying to hack it.
Bold of you to assume it's just computer stuff.
I didn't say it wasn't, but I was asking for your computer skill because they were trying to hack it, and I figure you have some response in case they do. But I'm giving you what I'm doing right now.
It's analog.
Gotcha. So what? So you're trying to hack my door.
That is correct.
Okay. So I would say this counts as some kind of decrypting.
Absolutely, it does.
So you're going to increase the difficulty by 2 and also add 2 black, 1 for each rank of codebreaker that I have along with my skill. That's my argument. You can do with it what you will.
Oh, no. I want to watch what happens. Would everyone like to see what the roll is?
Sure.
Hiya! Are you fucking kidding
Yo!
Can we use a destiny point to make him not succeed?
No, it's 4 threats though. He is severely fucked though. He is exhausted.
me? Oddness happened.
So this is fine. If I may describe. Okay, so I have surveillance. How many Sith troopers are outside my door right now?
6.
6 of them.
Yes.
With my first threat, how many hit points do each of them have? Just so I can kind of gauge, because I feel like I see them trying to break into my door. 5 of them. Okay.
5.
With my next 2 threats, can I prepare? Give me 1 second, because I am going last in the initiative.
I like how you're spending my threats for me.
I mean,
you spend my threats for me.
No, I'm not contesting this. I'm just laughing at the situation.
So I have in my inventory, and I don't know how legit this is, but I have in my inventory 3 thermal detonators.
Those are legit. We bought them.
Fantastic. Can I use those 2 threats to calmly get up from my computer, grab a thermal detonator, gently arm it, and wait for my door to open? And then the last threat, I want to toss it in and then use my turn to run over and slam my door shut again.
I will allow this. I'm also going to ask for a ranged light. I'm going to ask for a ranged heavy attack roll for throwing the thermal detonator, quote unquote.
Does it have to be heavy or can it be light? It doesn't matter. It's the same check, but
It can be light.
Shame we
Awesome.
switch it to ranged heavy.
So, Javen, remember, I can give you one
Okay.
success.
Uh,
Oh, we
You
already
get one
have-
from battle.
now
You can only do that once, though, right?
I know,
No.
but
question.
This round, everyone gets 2 for battle
Yeah.
meditation.
2 successes.
You get 2 successes.
It's two successes,
true.
but is that for every check, or does it have to be with the mastery thing, or is that a whole?
No,
other
that's
thing?
a whole other thing. It's every check you get 2
a whole other
automatic
thing.
successes.
All right. So if I may, everyone, can I take the next PC slot to gently throw my thermal detonator and kill 5 Sith troopers?
go have fun.
Do it.
Have fun.
Okay. I am gonna move to my next character.
Cool.
Cedric, I did forget to roll my d20 for the big battle meditation blast that's happening. While you're figuring
Yep.
that out, can I go ahead and roll that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. Yeah. So the bigger wave of battle meditation hits you, and you hear, "Look to the stars and let them replace the love of your absent father."
Fucking wow.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and that inspires
I-
all of you so fucking much.
Can you throw that in the chat, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
need to
you.
See this.
Yeah, no, I got you.
You might actually force a droid to have an existential crisis.
We're in an existential crisis.
Me, Javen,
Do I have
with my shitty internet needs to process this.
Yeah, I'm typing. Hold on.
I wish everyone else could see your face.
No, they don't.
I wish they could.
That's too fun. Anyway,
Oh, hi, Olivia.
Hi.
Welcome
I'm
to
just
the
watching all this happen. It's lovely.
hey Jules, you remember that roll you failed?
Mhm.
Yeah. You want to see what's happening?
Yes.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh God, no. That's
What
not
is this?
horrible.
Oh, fuck!
Oh no.
That's
What is
horrible. That's
this?
so scary.
Oh, hi.
Ned,
What? No.
you watch as Darth Malgus and Titus Andrus, the greatest battle master in current Jedi canon, go to fucking war.
Okay, good luck with that. Bye.
And literally, like,
It's never the answer.
it is literally pieces of the atrium being thrown, lightsabers cleaving things in two, people fighting with lightning and shield and flipping. It is a sight to behold, and I wish that I had verbalization to artfully express this masterpiece. But use your imagination and understand that 2 of the greatest duelists of the last 20 years are fighting. And
destroying the
unfortunately, Malgus is barely a second or 2 faster and gets the first. I don't have a character sheet for Titus, so I can't roll a crit for him.
If you
But-
want to roll a crit, I can keep track of it.
If you wouldn't mind, I'll keep track of it on some. Here, guess who's coming back?
You forget I have whiteboards. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Adrian's gonna come back for just a second.
Oh, my favorite boy!
I do miss the boy.
I was going to torture him so horribly.
I sadly looked forward to it.
I'm sure you can handle it, sir.
Go
right,
for it,
hang on one
sir. I
sec.
believe in you.
I need to look at something.
I think that's the one thing I would look forward to if we continued that campaign is just Javen taking over Quinn.
Yeah, that would have been fucking terrible.
Just the goodest boy.
Love little Quinn. No Quinn.
Hello, sir. I'll patch
Yeah,
you up
Quinn
real
would have
good.
been fun to watch. I need to double check what vicious rating this
Inspiration
goddamn
from
lightsaber
Ed
has.
for Quinn. Don't give me that shrug.
So, if you're using the same stat block, I think what you can add to it now is 30, maybe. Hard maybe, but just double check,
Vicious 2.
please.
Vicious 2.
Okay, so 20.
Yep. I am just.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus. That ain't good at all.
Fucker rolled a 96!
No!
It's bad.
What's happening? What did I miss?
Oh my god!
Albus has blinded
Thomas.
Titus.
Oh,
Oh,
no!
Jesus!
No!
Oh, dear God!
Time to go.
Yeah, fucking time
So-
to go.
So, the only person that sees this is me, correct?
Unless someone else has access to the security feeds, yeah, you're the only
Just
person who
me.
sees this.
It's just me.
Do you tell
Okay.
anyone?
I have a turn, and I will do what I do on my turn. Continue on, Cedric.
All right. I'm gonna say that the other groupings are just gonna move. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Gio.
I'm
really
just trying to
appreciate
make
that.
sure. I'm just trying to help with bookkeeping. That's all.
No, I really appreciate it. The other groupings are just gonna rush throughout the temple. They aren't gonna make any attacks against anyone, so I'm gonna move to the next PC slot. After the end of this round, we will roll another mass combat check.
Okay. Does anybody mind if I go next?
That is up to the group.
Well, okay, wait. Why? Because Ned's got some. For the first time in forever, Ned is like taking a lot of preemptive steps.
Look,
So
if you
what are
want to
you trying
go,
to do?
all I'm really gonna do is heal my strain, and try to position the escape route as a better fortress. But I need to go first in the next combat so I can activate my signature and help out.
Go for it. Yeah, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah, go for it.
So for my turn, which by the way I have John Williams playing in my ear, so I'm a little spazzed out at the moment. I am going to use. God, where is my ability here? I need to heal my thing here. Okay. The flow through all things. The character may perform a maneuver to recover strain equal to their force rating. I have a force rating of 4, so I am going to recover 3 strain to help recover the damage that I took from the combat. I am then going to use my action to plunge a stem pack into my leg after the explosion. Use my last maneuver, spend 2 strain, to put myself into a defensive stance to give myself +1 melee defense. I know, but melee defense, in case anybody tries to run up and punch me. And then I'm going to look at Biggs. My friend, if there was ever a moment to destroy, now is the time. And with that, I hold both of my sabers out in front of me. Come at me! And with that, I end my turn.
Beautiful. All right.
That was all a
So-
goat noise, by the way.
Who would like to take the next PC slot? Geo, that is a fucking turn, by the way.
I told you, I built Date for this shit, man.
So who would like to take the next PC slot? And yes, I realize that not everyone is going to stay up till that point, but that is my hard cutoff for the evening.
All right, I will go next. If I can go ahead and make my my light my ranged light attack.
Please do.
Can my difficulty be 1 because my door is literally gonna open? I'm gonna throw a thing and I'm just gonna move to the side.
So, let's double check. I know.
Technically, it's a ranged light attack and it's short range, so it would be 1 purple.
So, if you want to look
Technically.
in on which thing to attack, I will double check to make sure it's the right one.
Whoever is outside my door, which
Yes,
is the
I'm
troopers.
trying. It is okay. So if you go to the weapons section,
Oh, yes. Okay. So I don't have
It is
thermal
the s-
detonator on in my inventory because it's just an equipment piece. So I didn't know how to add that.
that's okay.
Let me
So
Sith,
go ahead and
trooper.
make a ranged light attack using whatever thing you have, and then we'll apply thermal detonator stats to it. It is the second grouping of Sith troopers. So if I'm not mistaken, there are 3 groups. The second
It's 1 purple.
one. There you go.
I did range light short. I'm gonna have my 3 green to this because it's a range light, and then I have the 2 successes from Krat. Yes.
That is
Yes.
correct.
All right. So let me open up what a thermal detonator does because I have 3 of them.
It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, give me just give me a second. Just give me a second. Yeah, just give me a second. Control F. Thermal
Detonator.
detonator.
It's
All right, I'm gonna make this
bad.
roll, and if I die, well, it's been a good run.
It's been a good one.
All right, 3 green. Do I add any blues or anything to that?
You know what? Because you know they are where they are, I'm gonna say add a blue just because that is fucking hilarious.
I hit roll dice.
There it is.
Can I describe what happened, Cedric?
Oh, you fucking may.
Cool. So, as they have 1 Sith trooper knelt down on the interface, plugging something in, like typing in the codes, like hacking. They have like the other 4 blasters lined up against the door, ready. From the other side of the door, you see Ned just like look at the surveillance, see if they're trying to break in, kind of sigh a little bit, open up a drawer, take out a thermal detonator, like slide with his chair, cock it, and right as the door opens, he gently tosses it and rolls back to his desk. And then the
Could
bomb
I
just
have Ned?
Yeah.
I am gonna need a check from you to avoid damage, because it does say everything within short range. I'm going to give you plenty of advantages on this, and you also get your 2 successes from Krat.
Can I use
But-
the one advantage and 2 strain to get behind cover and out of range?
You can't get out of range. Behind cover,
Okay.
yes.
Behind cover, I will get behind cover. Because it is a doorway and my computer is away from the doorway.
Yes. So I will say that you have the opportunity to take. Let's look at this. You're not going to take the full damage. I would say because you're behind cover, you're going to take a blast 8. So you're still going to take some damage because it is a big fucking blast. And I hope you realize you're probably not going to have a door after.
Unfortunately.
Okay. So the door to your workshop will probably be open. You are going to take, let's round down, you're going to take blast 7. That is not going to go through your soak because you are behind cover, so it negates the breach 1. So whatever your soak is, you're going to take 7 damage minus your soak. Pretty
Done.
optimal outcome for dropping a thermal detonator on everyone and eliminating an entire minion group.
I was about to say, damage-wise, that's 20 with a blast of 15. So...
Oh, they had 30 health. They're already dead.
I will say, after I roll back to my desk and I kind of, like, status report on my door, and I just kind of look at it and I'm like, well, shit. And I push my keyboard back in. I go into my drawer, take out my 2 thermal detonators, put it on my belt, and get ready to just fucking go to war. I'm going into the temple. My bomb shelter is compromised, so I need to go and do what I can.
Hey, that is
That's
no
near-
small feat right there.
That's near 20% of the troopers down.
It is.
I'm fine with that, at least for now. I think now I will go ahead and take the 2 strain. To do, because I imagine the action was throwing the grenade. My first maneuver was collecting all my things, collecting everything important, all of my equipment and all that, getting Z1 and Z2 onto me. And then my second maneuver is moving out, and I'm going to make my way towards Twilly to make sure that she's okay.
Absolutely.
And also, I want to make sure that if I can, I want to make sure I shut down my computer, and if I'm able to, I'll do whatever I can. I'll spend a destiny point, but I want to make sure that I put a self-destruct in on my computer to, if anyone else tries to access it, anyone, including myself, it blows up with a lot of force because my computer has a lot of data on it.
Yeah, that's a lot to do on one turn. So if you want to do that, I am going to require a destiny point.
Point, I will stay in my workshop and I will make sure I do all this then. Because Twilly can take care of herself. I believe in her. She's my Padawan. I've trained her well. She can do what she's going to do. But I want to make sure that any information that I have on my computer is either secured or will decimate anyone who
If you
tries to
want to spend the point, it's fine. That is more than 2 maneuvers worth, so I'm going to require a destiny point to do anything else.
Would the party allow me to spend a destiny point to jerry-rig my computer to blow should any Sith try and access it?
Go for it. All I need is
They'd already
one.
said yes.
We got plenty. We got plenty of them. I say go for it.
Sure.
That's 2.
That's
3.
what they're used for. So
Yep.
4. Jules?
4 is a majority.
She says do it in the chat.
Aces. All right, yeah. Spend Destiny Point. Jury rig everything. Make sure that if anyone tries to access my shit, it explodes. Spend the 2 strain to get the fuck out of there. Make sure my path is clear and make my way towards the training grounds
All right.
where the youngins are.
Next initiative slot. Who would like to take it?
I
Who's
think
left?
either Naz or Zeta need to move because you guys need to make for the exit, and you guys need to haul ass down to the ship. So either Naz or Zeta go next, and then like essentially Biggs can go last because he's gonna be shooting the shit out of everything.
I can essentially dash. Try to get with or get moving with the other lady.
If you guys both want to spend your turns just running,
Yeah.
do they have a clear path to get away, or are they going to be chased?
Well,
For that,
they shouldn't meet any resistance without getting past me and Biggs.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, are these droids between us and where we're going?
No, they came upon you headed. So the way you're going is out essentially the temple's back. They came in the front. However, I'm going to need you to roll a luck check.
Okay. It's in the chat.
What would be the equivalent of luck here, Cedric?
A d20. I need you to roll higher than a 12.
I rolled an 11.
Well, shit.
Hoping it would be a 50-50 split, but
It's not.
all right. Well, what's going on?
That means that the DM has to roll another combat round because you stumbled into somebody.
Oh, good.
Wait, would Biggs be rolling that, or would me and Naz be rolling that?
Who is the current...
Current what?
Who is the current person in initiative? Who is taking this slot?
Oh, well, that
We had-
definitely wasn't me.
Yeah,
definitely wasn't.
let me do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Biggs.
I
So
thought you were talking to me, is what it
Yeah,
was.
that's what
Yeah,
it
so do I.
sounded like.
I apologize, but you see jacked into one of the data terminals on the inside of the temple a person in heavily kitted armor with a visor and a rangefinder sticking up over their helmet. And as they look at you, you hear a soft voice say, "Ah, shit." Zeta, you haven't acted on your turn yet. Let's have you make a perception check to see. This is going to be with 1 red and 2 purple. Because
Sorry, you said
you still have to go around Biggs to see this. I'll give you 2 blue because they spoke aloud.
Okay, I'm slightly confused. Biggs and
Biggs and Date are at the back, right?
Yeah, we were at the
yes,
back.
they're covering the retreat. Me,
They're covering the retreat.
the other
However,
master
Biggs took the
and-
initiative slot, yeah?
No.
No.
Then, okay, my apologies. Who took the fucking initiative slot?
Zeta.
I was unaware because Biggs was fucking talking.
Well, because
we all got confused.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was asking a question about like what our current situation was, and then I had assumed that we were going to act on that information.
Yeah, but then
But
the luck track was brought up,
Yeah,
and because Biggs was the last person to speak,
I thought you were
that
that you were asking me to roll the luck check. So,
I
starting over,
sincerely
the current
apologize.
turn
I
is
misunderstood the
Zeta.
situation. It is currently Zeta's turn. Yes?
Yes.
Then Zeta should have been the one to roll the luck check. Would she like to?
Sure.
So it is up to Zeta. Do you want to keep the luck check that was rolled or roll your own?
Sorry, I said sure, but I'll roll it.
Nope. Go ahead and roll. Same difficulty. You have to beat a 12.
There we go.
Okay. All right. On that point, you do not see anyone as you are running out the point. Neither do they see you.
Cool.
So you have an uncontested path towards the dock.
Yeah, we're just running.
Just running. So is the rest of the party following them?
the rest of us that are there, I would assume so.
Yeah. Like, if there's no one blocking us, then we're just going to go.
No one is actively blocking you. So
I will say that me and Biggs are contesting whoever is following us.
Hold on. I made.
I wouldn't say anyone is following you, but if you would like to make perception checks to see if anyone is nearby, you can.
Okay, let's resolve Zeta first, so that we don't get confused again.
Zeta, as far as I know, Zeta is just running forward with Master Shizor and the rest of just dashing.
Got
Cool.
it.
Please take 2 strain unless you are using only one maneuver. But okay, beautiful. So you are taking the full dash and running the hell towards your spaceport. I will add 2 strain mentally to Shizor's plan as she runs as well. While we're on the turn, no problem. I have to figure out how to attack somebody. Hang on. If I remember correctly. Are you fucking kidding me?
Nice. I like that roll.
I
Same.
don't.
That was good.
That was a very good roll. It was a very good
You
roll.
misunderstand. That was Titus.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't like that roll.
Never mind. Take
Son
that
of
back.
a
Okay.
bitch.
Okay.
You don't fucking say.
wait. Yeah, so that's a tough position. That's a
So
weird
Titus
roll.
is dead.
That's a
So
really
Titus
hard
is
roll.
dead. He's dead. Let's leave him. Let's get the other
2
cast
triumphs,
members.
though. I mean,
2 triumphs?
No.
2 triumphs.
Triumphs only work in successful situations, really.
That's not
So the
true.
2 triumphs.
No. That's not true. Because you fuck us with threats constantly. So why the fuck would a triumph not help in a failure and threat situation?
I mean, he could just
That's-
use them
I
to not
argued the
die.
characterization that I fuck you with threats constantly. But yes, I will give it this. So, Titus is entirely unsuccessful, especially given his blindness, in attacking Malgus. But he is able to get away. That is what I will take the 2 triumphs as. He survives.
That's one of 2.
All right. So that was on Zeta's turn.
We're not
We
even
have two
close to
more
the
initiative
ship,
slots.
dude. Okay. Naz will take one of them to do the same thing to
Yeah.
run with Zeta.
Run. Heard. All right,
Yep.
Biggs, what are you doing?
All right. I'm gonna first make a perception check to, like you said, to see if anyone is following us.
Okay. To see if they're following, that will
But
be 3 purple.
Okay, let me rephrase. I am still actively scanning for threats, whether that is someone that's following us or whether that is someone who is going to like cross our paths or something. It's
Okay.
I'm looking
1
for.
red, 3 purple, and 2 black.
Does that include the black from my days thing?
No, actually, it doesn't.
Okay. Well, I know exactly how this rolls. Unless I get a lot of blank dice here, I'm not gonna.
Add
Technically,
two
that's 2
successes.
successes. Because I did
You
not
added
add
the 2
the
successes
from the battle meditation.
Right. That's fair. So you still suffer 2 threats from that. But yes, you do notice that there is someone jacked into the wall terminal trying to access information. You can't quite understand what they are trying to access, but you do understand they are jacked into Jedi systems, most likely illegally.
Okay.
But with 2 threats, I'd say it's going to say, I will offer you the choice. Do you want to stand and fight, or do you want to run?
Zeta, is your ship on a network?
What do you mean?
Like, could it be accessed from a terminal in the
No.
Okay. And it's
Theoretically, yes, but ships are like almost localized networks into themselves. They're very hard to have.
fair.
I would have
and then
mine
the
separate
ship
from as much
is
as possible.
parked in the open. Right? Is that
I'm honestly not sure.
Define open.
is it in a garage? Is it in a place that could be blocked off and closed?
No, it's in a spaceport. Yes, there is a chance that the spaceport might close, but the probability of such a thing happening is so low because capitalism is a greedy motherfucker and every spaceport wants to make money.
Fair. Okay. This is not a hill I want to die on. I run.
I run. Understood.
Like
Right.
my main priority is Naz. Main priority is making sure she is
Right.
alive.
At the end of round 2, I am rolling another mass combat check.
No, I tell Date, move your ass. We're nowhere near the goal yet.
I don't leave until I know everybody's on the ship.
We're not
That's
to
gonna
the
be a
ship
while.
yet.
Yeah, we're nowhere near the ship yet.
All right. Mass combat check. Number 2.
Don't know how to react to this.
Troopers and Sith are continuing to move about the hallways of the Alliance. And as we move further in, it is more likely that your party will be discovered and attacked. It is 10:34, Some of us are already feeling it. Do you want me to keep going, or is this a good place for us to stop?
I have not been sleeping well.
I would say if more than one of us have a hard cutoff, and honestly, since this is the finale, if we all want to next week start a little bit earlier, make sure we are all rested and prepared. We can prepare for next week and finish it all next week.
I totally agree. I am gonna actually keep the destiny points the same for next week.
That is totally
Yeah,
fine. That's
nothing
totally fine.
nothing should change,
Absolutely.
honestly.
Yeah,
We're gonna keep it.
because this is part 1 and part 2 of the last session. So yeah, keep everything the same, keep everything exactly how it is. We're fine.
Yeah, that's my intention with this. I've already rolled my 2 mass combat checks. We are round 2 of 5 mass combat checks I'd initially planned before I really started improvising. By the way, I also want to say congratulations, guys. I honestly hadn't seen how much you had planned in advance, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. So, well done, everybody.
Motherfucker, I planned so hard when it comes to saving people.
I got balloons.
All right. Does anybody need to do anything else before I end the recording?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
I'm gonna piss live on mic.
Shut the fuck up!